Welcome everybody to the Bone King's Gambit. Before we get started today, if you know someone who wants to play a G-Merit game, I'd love to talk to them about getting on the wait list so that we can get them involved. Got some opportunities coming up real soon. We've got some campaigns that are wrapping up. So if you're interested in getting involved, send me a message so we can get you on that wait list. We do have a TikTok, an Instagram, a Facebook, a YouTube, a Twitch. We've got it all over there. We've even got a Blue Sky. If you guys do check out us on any of the social medias, do hit the thumbs up. It does help us out a ton. It spreads the word about what we do and gets more people to be able to play with you guys. We also have a clip contest going on, where if you toss a clip or timestamp in the clip contest channel, you automatically entered to win a drawing at the end of the month. We're going to be giving away another piece of art. If you want art of your character, it's a great way to get a free piece of art. So the more entries you put in, the more chances you have to win. Get you guys started though, it is time to play some D&D, and we have 5 people here today. Unfortunately, Celestia, or Rem, is out today. He is fine. This was just a scheduled thing he could not avoid. So we wish him the best. We wish him safe travels, and he'll be back next week, I was told. Just gotta fit Sanctum's avatar here. Go. Alright. Well, so much to cover today. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Far away from the central aspect of the lands, you are far down to the southwest in Noctra, specifically within the city of Verathis, where you've come to work for a woman by the name of Linnea. She has tasked you with recovering several artifacts and has instructed you guys to meet with her benefactor and patron, Velcraxis. You're supposed to meet her at the Dark Oak Inn this morning after your long rest. Is there anything you'd like to do before coming down from your bedrooms to meet with Linnea and depart?
So, just looking at it dice, I think we woke up on day 9 and we've had 2 full long rests since then. So I think my character is still missing 1 hit die. Is that accurate for everybody else? Assuming we spent all of them.
Sounds accurate, but I don't
uh,
totally know. Also, my D&D Beyond will not load for
Yes, they're
whatever
having
reason.
an issue right now.
Let's see.
I apologize, but that is outside of my control.
No sweat.
We will adapt as we have to. All right. So, as you wake up, Fletcher, you're going to hear your wife next to you. She's already a little bit concerned by the situation and is going to give you a bit of a hug this morning. You know what's going to happen today?
not really, other than that we're gonna meet our mysterious benefactor.
I'm not sure he's all that beneficial. Do you understand?
I think for the meantime we should keep any thoughts we have about our patron to ourselves. As far as I'm concerned, he's provided us with good work for the last week and a half or so, and he's paid well. So
it is safe here. I suppose you're right.
I think it's safe as long as we're on his good side. And well, I imagine given all of the powerful magic he gave us last night, I can't imagine that we're in anything other than his good books. Why he wants to meet us in person, I don't know, but I'm sure we'll be back by the end of the day.
She's going to give you a hug. You'd better be.
Fletcher will give her a hug, and so you can go back to bed. I'll see you this afternoon.
Very well. She's going to pull your covers over her side of the bed, leaving you with none.
That's fine. Yeah, Fletcher will get up and grab his gear and head downstairs.
Very good. Great. Does everyone else come down?
Plankton does.
I do.
Yeah. I'll be
And
down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Crick to stay behind here for right now. Keep an eye on things.
He just gives you a thumbs up. You think, boss? Great. As you guys come down the stairs, Celestia is the one who comes down, not Rem.
Oh, you're awake.
Is that who we saw last, or did we see Rem last?
We saw Celestia last working with Sanctum,
Indeed.
Okay. Just
and because Celestia drank coffee, she's still awake. Executive decision, going to complicate things. It's going to be kind of fun, I think. You'll see. Right. Well, as you guys come down, there are sandwiches prepared for you, but the matrons of the establishment are nowhere to be seen. The sandwiches are laid out on a large plate in a pyramid formation, obviously intended for breakfast.
All right. Well,
And Linnea
I
is standing in the corner.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, no sense of keeping the boss waiting. Fletcher will grab one sandwich for the road and then another one to have now, and we'll wait by the door.
Are you prepared?
I think you'd be better to tell us if we're prepared or not.
You have any new questions regarding your meeting with Velcraxes or the journey there prior to our departure?
Do you expect that we'll be back by the end of the day?
He raises an eyebrow. I certainly hope so.
All right.
If not, the meeting with Velcraxes will have gone poorly.
Fletcher nods and doesn't say anything.
Great. Everybody else ready to go?
Believe so.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Very interested to meet Velcraxes.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to open the door and guide you guys out and into the city. As Linnea walks down the street, people are giving her lots of room. It's like the sea of people parts. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't even look to the sides as she's walking. Instead, people simply get out of her way. You guys follow along in her wake, and she heads towards the docks. You're going to see that people are terrified of her, and by association, you. As she makes her way down towards the docks, you're going to pass several food stalls, a smithy, a variety of crowd, for lack of a better term. Once you reach the docks, you will find that she walks directly up to the boat of Virulent Cost, the maitre d' and valet of Velcraxes, concierge. She doesn't say a thing, but rather walks directly onto the ship past him. He will give a slight nod to her as she passes. She does not acknowledge him. As each of you come towards the gangplank, he gestures to the ship. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you kindly.
Be certain that you keep your arms and feet within the vessel. The waters outside the chained basilica can be treacherous.
Thinkton walks up. I'll do my best.
There's almost a hint of a smile in his eyes. His lips don't move, his cheeks don't move, but there's a glint there that he got the joke.
Proud of him.
As the last of you comes up the gangplank onto the vessel, he pulls it up the moment your feet clear the gangplank. He hasn't waited for anyone else. You are the only people aboard this very fine vessel. Boat is immaculate. You cannot find a speck of dust if you tried. This place has been cleaned fastidiously. Marilyn Cost will go to the back of the vessel and begin moving certain lines. The ropes twist and turn, and a black sail rises on the ship. As the ship moves away from the docks, Linnea will come to meet with all of you. Zerlin is tasked with driving the ship.
Based on our knowledge of the city, are we headed to the island that is visible in the background of the image that is on the screen?
You are.
Compelling.
Right.
Any final house rules you need to tell us, Linnea?
She gives you a slight smile, and she looks a little nervous for the first time. We are meeting with a very powerful entity in Velcraxis. The Bone Lord is not one to be taken lightly. I encourage you to keep jests to a minimum, and only treat him with respect, lest he take your soul for his collection and punish me as a part of that. It would be unfortunate for everyone involved. Other than that, you are capable professionals. You have proven yourselves to me time and again. I believe you have the capacity for good behavior, especially when facing a superior force.
Sanctum, maybe we put the hand away just to be on the safe side.
The hand is currently trying to untie a rope on the sail. Yes, I think you might be right on that. He'll do a little hoot, and the hand is going to disappear.
Linnea nods at you all. This is most wise. The hand of a fiend in this place would be viewed as intrusive.
You'd reckon it would be right at home.
Why?
Well, no offense to Velcraxis. He just doesn't seem, to me, the above cloud type.
She looks you dead in the eyes. What do you mean?
I figure a man so desiring of immortality would search wherever the soil, wherever the mulch is most dense. A fiend is many things, but a bag of tricks always has a few good tricks up it. It's not a slight, only an observation of, I guess you could say, cultural difference.
I'm not sure if she's
Not
joking with you or not. She may find you humorous. She might be insulted. It's kind of hard to tell.
It's kind of the read, yeah.
I'm not saying I disagree with you, but maybe it might be wise to keep the observations to ourselves.
There's a
Probably
reason
less
I'm telling
riddles,
it.
too.
There's a reason I'm telling it to you and not him.
I feel like he
Fair
said
enough.
one riddle with Valkraxis and he takes it as an insult and then, I don't know, kills us all or something.
He sounds bad at riddles.
I think he just doesn't care for them, if I were to guess.
A man in search of immortality may as well get used to the smaller things. Maybe the only thing left to entertain him after several millennia.
As the
But
boat
Fletcher
each of them
quietly
are-
wonders. Fletcher quietly wonders if Velcraxis is immortal because I don't know if we know that piece of information. But he's not going to say anything out loud.
We would not know off information, but Sanctum's operating off the introductory letter, presuming he knows more about it than us, certainly.
As the boat travels for the better part of 40 minutes across this strait, the water is silent. The rigging of this ship is perfect and does not creak. It's eerie how quiet this boat is, almost as if you were crossing the river Styx. As you arrive on the far side, Fairland Cost will draw the boat towards the dock and throw lines to the side. He expertly loops them around and docks the ship, placing the gangplank against the docks. He moves out of the way and allows you guys to disembark.
As we do,
Thank you for the
I'm
ride.
going to sidle up next to Linnea and quietly ask her in Undercommon, what did you think he meant?
She looks at you. When?
When he said the hand would be at home.
She raises an eyebrow. I believe he has opinions regarding Velcraxis.
I see. And she'll drop back and let her go first.
She will send the gangplank first, giving 1 silver piece to Virlin Cost as she does so. She seems to be waiting for you guys down the gangplank. Do you follow her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And he's headed out.
No sense in keeping the boss waiting.
Okay. As you leave Virlin Cost behind, Linnea will begin walking towards one of the main structures here. Doesn't say anything as you guys arrive, but rises up a series of 40 steps up towards a very large pair of metal doors. She doesn't look back as she places her hands on them and pushes them effortlessly inwards. You guys will enter a courtyard where chains hang from spires and almost a cathedral-like presence floats around you. You feel yourselves to be somewhere not hallowed, but rather unhallowed. Linnea seems to diminish in presence in this place, and the walls seem to rise taller and taller. Feel yourselves almost oppressed by the presence of the chained basilica. Linnea will go to the center of the courtyard and call, "My lord Velcraxis, I am Linnea Krovrosa. I have come as I was bidden, with those you have guided me to." You will step to the side, and you will hear the rattle of chains, the slam of a metal door in the distance, and a low crying, as if many voices tortured in death were screaming. The doors at the far end of the courtyard will open, and a figure will glide forward with a hand outreached towards you. Tall he stands, easily 9 feet tall. He looms over you, shrouded with a myriad of skulls that are wrapped in ancient magics as a cloak and robe around him. Runic scrolls form a pattern that dance around his figure, and his hair blows gently in an unfelt breeze. Velcraxis looks upon each of you in turn.
Kneel and bow my head.
Ebony definitely kneels as well. Kneels and bows his head.
Fletcher will follow the lead of the first two and take a knee.
Sanctum will bow. He's still standing, but his upper body crows forward.
Just kind of look at them. I
You kind of cut out there a bit.
Beat that, Wolfgang?
I'll kneel as well.
Velcraxis looks at each of you in turn. Right.
And back up.
All
Fletcher will
right.
stand back up.
Linnea has brought you to me, and I have sent her to you. You are those which she has chosen to work with. She stated that you exceeded where others merely existed. It is true.
I cannot speak to what others have tried to do, but yes, sir, I think we've been largely successful in the tasks we've undertaken in your service.
Most tombs hold corpses. The one you raided held proof. The gods are at war. You are pawns in that war, but important ones. Ones I intend to promote to more powerful pieces in the great game. Will you acquiesce to my guidance?
Of course.
It would be a pleasure.
I will.
Where will you guide us next?
Before that, you must understand the game. In order to have pawns be promoted to knights or rook, one must understand how the game is played. Without such knowledge, you can never succeed. One must know themselves, and the enemy, and the battlefield in order to thrive and prosper. In this case, at this moment, the other forces at play do not know of you. Are my secrets. You are the secrets of Linnea. They view her as a bishop of mine. They do not know that she leads others. She will continue to be your liaison from me. It's important that you follow her orders to the letter. Do you understand this small bit of knowledge?
I believe I do.
Understand.
Perfectly.
Now for the game. It is not a game of enjoyment or pleasure, but rather a game upon which we must succeed, or Toivoa will be lost. The god Mkael. You have heard of him, yes?
Curse his name.
I.
I've heard of him, all right.
It's a name I've heard before. I can't say I'm a man of the cloth myself.
The god Mkael fashions himself as the god of death. This is both true and a lie. The god of death, the faceless one, the mask of death, claims the dead for himself. He has deceived his minions and worshippers into thinking that all are equal in death. They are not. His forces are legion as he claims the souls of the dead for himself, keeping them. And he sneers at this. in Imkael's warm embrace. A veritable purgatory to keep them from ascending to heaven or descending to hell. The dead that go to Imkael's warm embrace are slaves to Imkael himself. Their righteousness or evil deeds unaccounted for, unrewarded, and unpunished. I seek to understand who granted Imkael that privilege and how it came to be within his power. I believe that the evil should be punished, righteous rewarded. Would you agree?
Fletcher is somewhat surprised to hear himself saying, I would.
Yes.
Or well,
Yes.
To that end, we had you seek out artifacts from the Temple of Usul and from the Doss family cairn. These artifacts revealed a truth to us. We studied them. As Linnea brought them to me, and we discovered the truth. Souls do not immediately disappear after death. Imkael does not claim them immediately. The passage of souls can be interrupted. Imkael's system of power is not as absolute as the prophets and clergy of his faith and religion declare. The artifacts you recovered and now hold in your possession demonstrate that souls can be delayed, anchored, and observed before entering Imkael's warm embrace. Do you understand what I have told you?
the implications of this are staggering.
Maybe he can finally be dethroned.
I do not seek to dethrone Imkael, not as of yet. I seek to understand how he gained the privilege to claim the souls, for I believe it to be wrong. Do you?
Of course. Who gave him the right to take away those I love?
Each of you has been brought here for a purpose. each of you has been brought here because I have foreseen your role in the game are necessary. I cannot act without revealing myself to the others within the game. Linnea is too public of a figure to act upon her own. She is far more powerful than you know, and too important to risk at this point. You are here because for now, you are less indispensable. You are proving yourselves to be capable. I do not wish for you to become disposable. To that end, we must discover more of Imkael's power and how he came to it. Should I perform this research and subject myself to the eyes that seek it, the knowledge would become public far too swiftly. Therefore, I require figures who are less obvious, yourselves, to gather the knowledge I need. This is not to say I will throw you away. I need discrete pieces in the game, and you are those. Not in individual action, but in the grand scheme. I do not expect you to stealth around or hide in alleys unless it benefits the cause. But for now, I will ask that you keep your names quiet and do not make fame for yourselves. Am I understood?
I have a question.
He turns and raises an eyebrow. Yes, sanctimonious.
You ponder who gave MK the privilege of pulling souls from the void. I ask you, who privileges the fishermen to pull fish from the ocean?
The fisherman himself, once taught by a master. I wish to find out who the master was who taught Imkael to fish. A boy
Well, as they say.
untaught cannot catch a fish, except by luck.
Well, then, to teach a man to fish, and Sanctum will bow. A little tongue-in-cheeky, but
Yep.
it's authentic.
You are to discover 3 things. And he begins to pace slightly regarding the next part of the briefing here. We have 3 things that we require. The first of these is a book, a tome known as the Echo Ledger. We believe the Echo Ledger is somewhere here in Noctra. However, our attempts to locate the book have been in vain. You are to perform research, discover a history, use contacts, guile, and your own wits to discover anything possible about the Echo Ledger. Report such findings to Linnea. And if possible, once approved, Linnea will send you to recover the Echo Ledger with appropriate supplies. It is important that the Church of Imkale not know of our actions. Should you be confronted by any of their clerics, monks, or other clergy, you are to end them. Am I clear?
Oh, I'll have no problem with that.
With pleasure.
You may consider it providing them an early introduction to their god, if that eases your mind. In exchange, for I understand how mercenaries function, and I do not believe I have your true loyalty as of yet. In exchange, you will have my favor and my assistance going forward. You will be blessed by a boon of Velcraxis should you return the Echo Ledger to me. And your accommodation will be improved. You would move from the populace into the basilica itself, where you will find greater security and more luxuries.
That include access to any library or records that you have in-house.
He looks at Linnea, who bows slightly. Linnea will provide, upon completion of the return of the Echo Ledger, as part of our favor, a limited selection of the tomes within our possession.
I
Think,
assume this would include spells.
Spells, histories, grimoires and diaries, non-fiction and fiction alike, legends of ancient lore, stories that are told amongst the ancients, and stories who have not been heard outside these walls in 100 years. We have them. That's what you seek.
well, it seems to be a portion of it.
Which is what I seek as well.
Very well. And you, Fletcher, you have been silent.
Eat my lord.
Do you agree to our terms?
I do.
It is my understanding that your wife is special. Is this true?
That's one way of putting it, my lord.
I will
Yes.
personally guarantee her safety for as long as you serve me.
Done.
You, Celestia. You are a twinned soul and confused. My knowledge can help you. Will you serve in exchange for knowledge on how to control that which you are? And it sucks that Anthony's not here today, but based off of what we have been told, would Celestia agree here?
Oh, imagine she just says no. Yeah, no. Celestia fucks off for the rest of the campaign. We're gonna make Anthony roll.
She says
We're gonna make
no.
Anthony roll. Anthony has to roll a new character when he comes back.
Yeah, bye, Anthony. Have fun.
Celestia
She
said
says
no, and
no.
her head goes on a spike on the bridge.
She says no. Valcraxis knocks her out, and then Rem says yes.
I was about to say that. Damn it.
In this case, we are going to let Celestia agree to finding out how to control that which she is, based off of the fact that we don't want Anthony to have to get 2 new pieces of art for this character.
Yeah.
Hi, Anthony. We love you. We miss you. Hope you're having a wonderful time. All right. So he looks at Celestia. I will tell you the powers of the Kalash Tar in exchange for your service. She nods. And he turns then to Wolfgang. A servant of Anwa is not what I expected to receive from mine. But you are not unwelcome here. Without abdicating your faith, will you serve me in this task?
I will. Inkel's not the god I choose to serve.
He nods, noting the very careful wording you gave and the fact that he was also careful in his wording. Ebony, Tabaxi, you have the potential for great power here in Noctra. You can learn a great many things from Linnea and from myself. Will you agree to serve in this task?
Of course. It's more than just knowledge, it's also... We are very aligned when it comes to Imkale, and he smiles.
Belcraxis nods at you. Indeed we are. Sanctimonious. Fiend Tamer. Will you bring your powers to bear on behalf of my aim?
For as long as I live, I suppose.
I do not require that level of commitment, but I will accept it.
I'd prefer you championing for my extended lifespan.
Linnea is going to bow very carefully.
So that you may reign long. And I may be around to see it.
Belcraxis smiles for the first time in this conversation. He smiles directly at you, Sanctum.
Yeah.
I accept your terms. And you, my friend of Verica, do you wish to continue your pact with me, or shall we break it now and shatter your mind?
Avarika visibly gulps, but then steps forward and says, "My mother and father taught me never waste an opportunity. And this opportunity is one I could not possibly pass up. I agree. Continue our pact."
He reaches out and places his hand on top of your head. Averica, then be blessed. And know that you are serving me well. He withdraws his ice-cold hand from your head. And now comes the time for questions. Answer.
You said
What?
that you want us to discover 3 things. The other 2 things we need to know now?
There are 3 things. The Echo Ledger. You must discover more of it. Beyond that, Eric's going to go and find the other 2 here because I have them on my list, and my list is slightly organized here. So, the Echo Ledger, the Resonance Bell. I will put that in chat for you guys here. And I wrote this up like 3 months ago, guys, so I apologize.
Good.
And then here's the third one. The third one. Where was it? The Threshold Lens is the one.
Are these all items that we're going to be tasked with retrieving in your name?
The Echo Ledger will tell us more. The Resonance Bell is a diagnostic device, and the Threshold Lens will allow us to see the game more fully. Yes, you will be tasked by Linnea to retrieve each of these in turn. However, we do not know of their location. Our scryings have failed. When he says failed, you'll see Linnea flinch as if she's been whipped. Certain failures must be compensated for. She looks at you guys with hope while still hanging her head. You will succeed where the others have failed in the past. This is not a choice, it is fate. You must uncover the location of the Echo Ledger, the Resonance Bell, and the Threshold Lens in order for us to understand how the powers of MKL claim the souls. Any knowledge along the way may reveal more about how MKL's powers came to be.
What I know that you mentioned that it was a book or a tome. What do we know of the Echo Ledger so far?
It is a book that was held long ago, and it is supposed to hold knowledge regarding how souls once passed into the afterlife prior to MKL's warm embrace. Discover more and reveal it to Linnea and to myself. I'm sorry? Was that?
I think that was just a cough.
Okay, coughing. Okay. You're okay. I know you were sick last week.
Are others looking for the Echo Ledger?
They are. You are not alone. Linnea is not the only bishop on the board.
Have we any information on who last had it?
That knowledge is hidden from us. You must discover it. Because certain people have already failed so discreetly. Linnea again winces as if she's been whipped.
Very well.
Are there any further questions that you would ask of me?
I have none. Regarding the
All right.
Echo Ledger, do you have anywhere you recommend we start our search?
No.
Very well.
It's no question, but I'll provide you a list of several of the documents I'd like to check once we come back with the tome.
Provide them to Linnea. She will see that it is done.
Wonderful.
Farewell, my pawns. I seek to promote you soon. Turns and begins to glide away as his train, the robes, writhe in pain as he walks through the gates. And they close. Linnea then steps before you guys. That went quite well.
So enlightening.
He seems lovely.
Nerve-wracking, but sense.
The map took to riddles far better than I
opportunity.
had been told to assume.
Well, he does seem like a sort of academic.
Belcraxis is the greatest scholar in all of Noctra. Powerful wizard that has risen to power. We are fortunate to serve him. Do you have
Fortunate to have
anything
our
you
own
need of
division.
me?
Well, if you could find all available information on the known libraries across Noctua. We have a starting point, but it wouldn't hurt to have backups.
Belcraxis has spoken. I am too visible to the game. You must find the libraries and knowledge within Noctra. Find leads regarding this Echo Ledger. And report to me. I will return with you to the mainland. Otherwise, I will be perceived as having been involved in something important.
Very well.
Looks like we got our work cut out for us.
Indeed.
If it was easy, we would not have employed you.
Madam Linnea, we would be very appreciative if you would be able to provide us with an overview of the efforts that have gone into retrieving the Echo Ledger, which have so far been unsuccessful. It would give us a good starting point.
I will aboard
to
the
begin our
vessel.
search.
Will not do so here. There are other pieces on the board.
Very well.
She's intentionally not looking around. If you guys look around, you're going to see a couple of shadows that don't match up with the columns in the area. You are being watched.
I'm assuming you're not the only one who's a lieutenant to Valcraxis.
She begins
Guess
to
it would
walk
be
away.
bad for your competition.
She stoically walks towards the gates. Will open them for you to follow. She doesn't say anything else here.
Ebony just kind of smirks as he sees her walk away like this while he's trying to talk to her and follows.
As you come out of the Chain Basilica, she will walk down to the docks after closing the gates behind you, where you will find Virlin Cost waiting. The gangplank is ready, and Linnea will go up the gangplank onto the vessel. Are you following?
Yep.
For the record, guys, I am checking in on all these steps because sometimes, in this group specifically, some people do sneaky things.
Not naming
Well,
names.
Not naming
Fletcher
names.
is not sneaky and will be going along with the
I would
group
never.
and will follow to get back on the ship.
I
I
understand.
think we're fine. Anthony's not here, so nobody getting up to any shenanigans.
Uh-huh. Because Anthony's the one that's known for shenanigans in this group.
I'm frankly offended, sir. No. I have not summoned the mage hand once. Not to my knowledge, there's no funny business
Very good.
from my end.
For the record, we love the funny business, and that's literally why I check in, is just to see if there is
Yeah.
anything going on. It's wonderful. Please continue.
That's why I love it.
Okay, good.
But we're good.
We give you the opportunities. As Linnea goes onto the vessel, her demeanor softens a little bit as she sits down in a chair. She breathes a outward sigh as Villain Cost draws the gangplank up behind you guys and begins to set sail. The journey, again, is going to be silent, except for the discussion you can have with Linnea. She looks relieved a little bit. We can speak more openly here. Virulin is discreet and will not discuss anything we talk about with anyone else. What would you like to know?
Why didn't you want to talk about this on the island? At the Basilica? Are there other servants of Valkraxis who might try to compete with us?
Yes. He refers to me as a bishop in his game. There is another, who I will not name at this time, but she also controls a team who is searching for the Echo Ledger. It would not surprise me if one of them were listening. In fact, it would surprise me if one of them was not.
And I would presume that Valkraxis doesn't care if we compete.
Valkraxis will use two pieces to achieve the same goal. Whichever one succeeds, he will reward. The other, he will shun. Should you fail, it will reflect badly on me, which is why I equip you out of my own wealth.
For your investment.
You are my investment, yes, Averica. While you have a pact with Velcraxis directly, I have a vested interest in your success.
And if we
That's
were
the
to
way it
meet
should
this other,
be. Our interests aligned, and well, fostering competition is savvy.
and if we were to meet this other group, would he care if we came to blows?
She smiles at that. Working against oneself is unfortunate, but sometimes iron can sharpen iron. You are not forbidden from conflicting with them. I will ask politely that should you engage with your counterparts, you allow them the courtesy of living. However, I will shed no tears if they do not. Should they lose resources, that is perfectly fine with me.
I suppose it would reflect poorly on us if we kill other servants of Valkraxis.
Indeed, but reallocating assets and proving power is important. My rival is nearly as wealthy as I am and provides her associates elaborate and exquisite equipment. Should you engage with them, take it. She's literally telling you, screw over my rivals, but don't kill them.
Yep.
This is all a power play in politics.
Yeah, that can be.
I hope this is fun content for you guys. If it's not, please let me know. If you guys want to go less political and less cloak and dagger, let me know. We can change it. But
What?
I think this is the
we
kind of content you love.
We just learned how to get a bunch of loot. Of course, we're not going to do that.
I would
Okay.
appreciate it.
Just for the record, I built content for you guys. I've done a 4-year campaign with you guys. I think I know what you guys like, and this is kind of the content you guys thrive on. So
It's awesome.
good.
I love it.
Good, I'm glad.
You know, if Valcraxis had a better sense of humor, I would think about murdering one of them and then reanimating them and showing them the Valcraxis, but I think you said that his tolerance for jokes is not so high.
He does not enjoy jests, no. There was a Gabak several years ago that came to town here in Vegrathis. And Valcraxis was walking through the streets. The Gabak shouted at Valcraxis and shouted, look at me, I'm crossing the street. Valcraxis killed it.
Did he ever find out why it was doing that?
Probably to get to the other side.
Sounds like it did.
Perhaps you have a contact in Imkael's warm embrace now. She says that wryly. For the record, this is not a Gabak that's currently in any campaign or has been in a campaign. This is a different character, just for the record. But we are
Gotcha.
establishing foreshadowing for a character in Imkael's warm embrace. It'll be fun.
Oh, we are. I thought that was a very convoluted. Why did the chicken cross the road joke?
It was both.
Yeah, a little half and half.
It was both. Yes, sir. I'm trying to do lore while building and being funny a little bit while still being dark and ominous. So it's a mix.
So that's like where the golden mix is.
Exactly.
About.
It's like golden boundary, the little fine line that we try to dance across.
It's a little undercut.
Mm-hmm. You have any further
Oh.
questions?
So if you're a bishop and your rival's a bishop, does he have a queen?
She smiles at you. He does.
Is he the queen or is he the king?
She's going to sigh slightly. That has not yet been revealed. However, my Lord Valcraxis plays the game. There is a chance that Lord Valcraxis has both a king and a queen, simply moves the pieces upon the board.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
But
Very interesting.
I will tell you some good news. While I am a bishop in his eyes, and you are the pawns, we have a knight and a rook as our allies. We will introduce you to them in time. Should you prove successful, of course. Now, you asked for more information. There are several
Anything you can
libraries in
provide.
town. Repeat?
Anything you can provide would be helpful.
There are many libraries in town. Not only several, but many. Most in the possession of private individuals. The necromancers of Verathis are numerous. The knowledge of this city expands for centuries behind us. Buried places may have more knowledge than you expect. Individuals may have more knowledge than you expect. I encourage you to use any resource at your disposal and any method that you wish to use, save for methods that would gain you fame, to avoid becoming mass murderers or superheroes. It is important that you be normal, at least moderately so, in order to remain anonymous compared to the greater forces at play. In time, I am certain Velcraxis will seek to expand your influence.
In time, we plan to ensure that it's in his best interest.
He smiles. Velcraxis' best interests are your best interests. Remember that.
Of course. He blinks innocently.
She nods at you, knowing exactly what's going on. When we arrive on shore, I will usher you to the tavern once again. It will be as if I have simply introduced mercenaries to Velcraxis, and you will be released to do anything you will. At that point, you have my trust that you will fulfill the aims of Velcraxis. Do you need supplies before we depart?
I assume you just have potions to offer. I don't know if you got fancy equipment like you're saying your counterpart has.
My equipment is limited. However, should you have need of them, I can provide you with these. I thought that they might prove useful for you. After all, ingenuity has been a very good thing in your hands. And she's going to hand you 2 books. And I'm going to grab these books for you.
Sanctum would be dibs. You would be sort of gunning to be first to grab this.
Okay. Hey, one sec. Something just changed on D&D Beyond, and yeah, screwed me up.
Disaster.
We get.
Could you
was
just
getting
recite the
time
books
for,
from memory in full? Is that enough?
Yeah, actually, I can. They're blank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I can because they're blank.
Well, that answers my question. Then.
All right. So, she's going to hand you 2 books. And you take both books there, Sanctum?
Yeah, at the very least, he's going to inspect them.
Very good. Can I get you an
Ebony's
Arcana
gonna-
check from you, sir?
Ebony's gonna peek at the books too. Like he's
Sure.
gonna be like, "Hey, let me get a look."
The books are blank. One is deep blue and the other is a dark crimson.
23.
You have no clue what these books are, Ebony.
Mm.
There you go, Sanctum. Enjoy that. And I am
got an
going to
idea.
hold you to the second paragraph.
I think I know exactly what these are.
You do,
I have a guess.
as a player.
As a player, yeah, I have
As
a
a player,
guess.
yes. I guess that if so, that second paragraph is the most crucial part of it.
It is. I think Justin just read the second
Yeah.
paragraph.
Oh no, I have. I'm just I'm also like understanding the mechanic of it. So we've been given 2 of these books, right?
Yes,
Uh,
the blue one and the red one. And have you seen these before, Justin?
No, this is news to me. I mean, I love
Look
it.
at the name and read it backwards.
Okay.
Does that make more sense now?
I don't have the exact context, but I do. I see the
Yeah.
the joke being made. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
The name is the fun part there. Go ahead.
What's really caught on me is like presuming these books need to be written in first prior to this trigger.
Correct.
Yeah. So Sanctum will activate his wreath of arms around his neck.
The wreath of arms.
Yeah.
Love it.
It'll sort of fetch a quill from this pocket pack on his chest within reach. Holding the book, it'll write out something, and then he will really just be testing. He's gonna go, we ba we ha whoosh hash, and assuming I said it right, you can describe it, but I can too, which is
Sure, go ahead. Feel free.
messages.
I love how you describe things. Please feel free and be empowered.
Yeah. So the message inscribed into the one held by the hand, the wreath hand, transfers over to this other book, and for anybody else who opens it, you'll say it will say at the top line, "If lost, return to Sanctimonious."
So these are like books of sending that we can use to communicate.
Would appear so.
Are you willing for me to share this with everybody, Sanctum?
Oh yeah, to be clear, Sanctimonious does the demonstration for himself to verify, and then he will share it with the group.
Very good.
What it
So, who are we gonna give the second book to?
does.
Ebony kind of looks at Linnea. Maybe
I do not
Linnea?
expect you to give one to me, but rather to use them amongst yourselves or with another's purpose. You know how to find and communicate with me. However, if you wish, I will accept one.
Maybe we give one to your partner, Fletcher.
I was thinking about that. It might be helpful, but I don't think we need to decide right now. We can split them up as needed if we ever separate into 2 groups. For now, why don't we just hang on to both of them? Linnea, if you want one to more easily keep in touch with us, given that we're all on the same team now and we know the stakes, if you think it would be best for you to have one of the books, then by all means, please take it. But I don't think you haven't seemed to have any trouble keeping tabs on us up until now. So
I can
can't
cast
imagine.
a sending spell should I need to communicate with you. I do not need the books.
very well. In that case, we'll hang on to both of them and we'll use them as needed.
Very good. Here we are. And Virlin Cost is going to draw the boat up next to the docks. As he sets the gangplank out, Linnea will go to the gangplank, give him a single silver piece, and descend the gangplank to the docks. It looks like she's waiting for you.
I'll descend as well.
I suspect there's not much else for us here.
Very well. As you leave Virlin Cost behind, he will say the following words. Have a nice day. With a slight nod, he will come down the gangplank and wait for his next clients to arrive. Linnea begins walking away with you guys back towards the Dark Oak Tavern.
All right, shall we head back to base and regroup and think about how to proceed?
Yes.
Certainly.
It takes
I think that's the right plan.
takes about 15 minutes to walk there, but you guys will make your way back to the Dark Oak Tavern, where Linnea will come in with you guys, at least momentarily, to answer any questions that you want to ask in private here, now that you're back here. Anything you want to ask of her here before she disappears? No?
Not for me.
Just checking. If I don't check, and someone's like, I want to ask her something. All right. Well, Melody will be down here in the great room and will give Fletcher a hug. Was it?
What did I tell
Okay.
you? Back in one piece, safe and sound.
Gives you a peck on the cheek. I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad we're back too. Valkyrxus was a lot more personable than I was expecting based on what we've heard about him. We've secured, let's call it a longer term contract. Our next task will be a little bit more will take a little bit longer and will require a little bit more work on our part. And he has personally guaranteed your safety as long as I remain in his service.
She looks concerned. What do you mean? You know that I don't want you serving him forever.
I'm not saying we have to. I'm just saying that as long as we're here and as long as we're working for him, I think this place will be quite safe indeed.
Okay. Well, that's a load off my mind. That's when the two patrons or matrons of the Dark Oak Tavern will come in. Both of them, the two sisters. And Merowyn, the younger one, is going to ask, we're going out for the groceries. Is there anything you wish to have for dinner?
No preference on my end.
What do you feel
Your
inspired
meals of
by?
I'd fancy some fusion.
Some fusion.
Fusion of what?
Whatever you've got around, really.
They look at each other. I think we have just the thing.
Just make it novel.
They're going to whisper to each other, and with a little bit of a giggle, they're going to head off.
How corrigible.
All right. So what would you guys like to do? As I've left you with few threads, but they're kind of far stretches. Otherwise, you guys have the entirety of Veyrathis to explore, Noctra to explore, and Toivoa to explore. I'm going to let you guys do your thing. Full sandbox mode.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Well, we've
Our
been
web
to
table.
one.
Yes, sir.
We've been to one library. Oh, sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Justin. Above
You're
Tim.
pulling. No, go for it. You're pulling at the same thread I am, which is we already
Yeah.
kind of know someone to ask about it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we've been to exactly one library, and that sounds like the best place to start. Otherwise, we don't really know unless we want to go back to the marketplace and ask the fortune teller. I think, yeah, just if we're looking for books, a library seems like, I mean, that was also recommended to us.
Yeah. Presently,
By
I'm
our patron.
inclined to agree. Could Eric? I only ask this as because I do not expect Sanctum's history to infer any knowledge of this specific tome, but he might perhaps have a knowledge of where they tend to fall when they go missing, or what sorts of places they tend to, fall behind the shelf. So could he maybe do some sort of history check on, if not a library, where might this tome
You
be
can
found?
roll the history check. With a 16, you do not know where the book is.
I think that's fair.
While I allow for the check, I'm going to say
Yeah.
this is extremely esoteric knowledge that the most powerful entity in the city does not know of. So,
Oh yeah.
it's a nearly impossible check. We're looking at like a nat 20 to succeed.
But yeah, I'm imagining that's like a glimmer in the eye of an idea nobody else has thought of.
So
Not-
we're just throwing
not
it out
common
there
knowledge.
as a thing that there was a chance, just like Jim Carrey would say in Dumb and Dumber.
That's what the role's for.
Indeed.
With that in mind, then the library would still be my number one. But I'm all ears.
I think we start with that. But maybe. Oh, we should be oblique in our curiosity at first, of course. We can't tip them off as to what we're looking for. I'm also thinking, what if we start with learning who's died around the era we're looking for? Starting with necromancers who, well, I suppose weren't the greatest, if they died at all. We start with any tombs they might have. Perhaps something that's sealed is the reason why no one's been able to find it so far.
I have my doubts that the tomes in the library we were in before.
Of course,
it's possible.
Of course. That would be too easy.
I do like your line of
Although
We're looking
it's
for
possible we may find information that leads to something there.
exactly what I was thinking.
That seems more likely.
Ready to depart?
Well, let's get our cover story in order and make our way there. Nondescript and curious.
What did we tell them last time that we were there? I mean, did we tell them about Ebony's field of interest?
Yeah, I talked
I
about it
think
with him.
So then, perhaps we can just say that we're looking for histories of the various necromancers.
I like this line of questioning.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
I'm gonna telepathically command Crick to rejoin us. I can do that.
You'll hear a couple doors slam, and he will come down. And as he does so, he's carrying a candle with him.
What you got there, Crick?
Candle. He's gonna breathe
Is
out
there
on it, and as he breathes out, little sparks of flame come out of his mouth, light it, and then he breathes in, and the fire goes in his mouth, and it extinguishes.
very nice trick?
Smiles at you. Lexus.
Now, will you set that down and turn invisible? We've got some work to do.
Puts the candle on the ground and leaves it there. As Melody gives Fletcher another hug, going to head up to her room. You have Crick, you have everybody together here, and Celestia's gonna yawn.
I will have Crick go invisible, sneak up behind her, and shout, "Boo!" right in her ear.
She wakes up once again. All right.
You'll fall asleep when you want to.
She
Not by
straightens up and
accident.
she gets some water and splashes it on her face. Okay, I'm good.
Good. Is everyone ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
So,
All right. So we go out into the town. Good. All right. You guys have the entirety of Veyrathis at your disposal. However, Lenina is no longer with you guys, and so the crowd does not part as easily now. Would you like to go? What would you like to do?
We need to find Alric
magic
Boss.
man. I'm a magic man. I wonder if I have locate object. I wonder if that's a thing I can do. I mean, I wouldn't have it prepared, but I'm gonna look into that.
Okay.
I didn't mean to break your train of thought or
Oh, you're good.
derail. I was just sharing that.
I was saying that we need to find Malric Boss, and he said that he's just around town. So I think, unless anyone has any specific ideas, I'll start walking in the direction where we last saw him,
Cool.
or where we encountered him, I guess.
Can I get you to roll an investigation check to try to find Malric Voss inside the city of necromancers?
I'll toss it in. Help.
Great. Averica does not find Malric Voss.
Investigating?
Or was he down Death Street or Doom Street?
As we establish more
Maybe-
lore for the city of Veyrathis.
Maybe Dyer Street?
but I thought that ended at Undire Avenue.
Seems like the trail's dead.
Right, so what if we retrace our steps? Like, go back to the dock and work our way from there.
Maybe that could work.
For the record, remember when I told you there's another group working against you? No. At the moment, you can't find Malric Voss.
Well, we tried.
Where else
Well,
would you like
there's
to
the
go, and
other
what would you like to
option.
look for? Because you guys didn't take the mark, so you can't get into the library without it.
Wonder.
How did we get to the library? Because we met him at the market, right?
Yes.
Or no, we went through the market because he definitely bought something. Like he spent a couple coppers. I don't remember what it was, but he did buy
Tucked it away where you guys can
something.
see.
So how did we get to the library? Is it a physical building?
It is a physical building that he walked you guys towards, yes.
Could we go there and knock? I mean, we don't
Yeah.
have the mark, so we can't go in, but what's stopping us from just going to the library?
Nothing. You guys
Could
can
do that.
absolutely go there if anyone can roll above a 5 on their history check.
I got that.
So where should we go instead?
Ebony knows the path back to the library. Ebony, you want to take
This
the
way.
party to the library?
We can go to the library. I know where it is.
Okay. All right. You guys pull up to the library. The exterior is dark, mysterious, and looks abandoned, in spite of what Malric Voss told you and demonstrated to you. What I'd like to do is you are
So-
currently outside the building.
You were suggesting to knock?
I mean, figuratively or maybe literally. Is there any reason we can't just knock on the door and go in?
Ebony knocks on
I
the
know
door.
that this place is supposed to be kept secret. So as we're going to knock, right, and I'll look.
You're going to look around?
You cut off right after as we're going.
Oh yeah. I want to look around to make sure.
Your voice cancellation's not working well tonight, Kyle. Sorry, man.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll try and
Yeah.
swap my headphones.
All right, so as you look around, you're unable to see anyone who's showing a lot of interest in you. There's a couple people who have walked by because you're standing in front of an abandoned building. Kind of noteworthy, like someone scoping out a place to be bought or renovated. Do you knock?
Yeah, Ebony will try to knock.
Very good. As you knock on the door, you're going to hear the knock echo inside. You're going to see the door. The face of the door, the stone door here, is going to warp and twist. Almost like it's trying to form something. And 2 eye holes and a mouth opening the door like a skull. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Ebony sort of looks nervously at the rest of the party back of the door.
I mean, yes, we have an owl in our party, but isn't that kind of offensive?
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
I'm more of a howl guy, personally.
Now if Fletcher started barking, we'd have a symphony going on.
Hi. We're friends of the librarian. Can you let us in?
The face twists and looks at you. Ooh.
My dear man, we were here but earlier today, were we not? In the sanctum.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Who's tracking?
Me.
Who?
The spirit that is at the door does not let you in. As you haven't answered its question, the face fades from view.
Sanctum technically did answer who he was, though he
Yes,
did not
but
answer on
Not
behalf
answering
of...
to its satisfaction.
Mm.
You guys do see you can try to break in.
We were
Or you
asked
can
to
walk
not
away.
pay attention.
I'm sorry I'm
Attention
being
to
frustrating
ourselves.
here, guys. The die rolls have told a story, and I gotta stick to it.
Oh, I don't think anyone's
I know.
faulting that.
I know you guys are trying to figure out what to do next, and I've left you an entire sandbox, and it's kind of hard to reach at straws you don't know exist yet.
Well, maybe we come back tomorrow.
We could look around
We
for
were-
other libraries. Maybe this is.
Yeah.
Surely this is not the only one.
Hmm.
Though, I don't know how we're going to learn about it. Maybe just ask some passerbys. But this city doesn't have the greatest company.
Excuse me, might you let us in if I were to promise a contribution to the library?
You knock on the door again to get the spirit to return?
Yes, he
Okay.
would knock and then explain. I'm Sanctimonious. I'm here with a group who should name themselves at their pleasure. And if you'd welcome it, I would seek an exchange of knowledge with the library.
Deposit?
Quite cutting to the point, aren't you? Well, let me just check my books and I'll keep talking so you don't disappear on me. He's going through Sanctum. Now, the unfortunate truth is he's not carrying a large load of actual historical books or anything.
Right.
He will go through, and I think on my character sheet, he presently only technically has one, which is what I've noted as the grimoire of which he got his mage hand.
Right.
Which he
I
will
have as
look
well.
at, and I think he'll cock his head wouldn't be missing much, but he will put it back in, hesitating to pass that up.
Okay.
Might you accept blueprints of inventions yet to be as a contribution?
Books.
I will come back with a leatherback. A fine day. And
And the
Sanctum will
face will
step
fade
back.
once again.
Well, don't form a line to all try at once.
Does anyone else have books you guys can deposit here?
That's a great question. I don't think I have any books in my inventory. Potions of healing. No, I do not have any books.
That's when you remember that Melody has some books if you wanted to go back home and grab some of those. Or you guys have the entirety of the city available to you.
Indeed. Sanctum continues going through his bag, but realistically, he doesn't have anything to put up for it right now. So above table, I do think there's a scenario where we kind of exchange our way in there, though we don't know for sure, obviously. It'll be helpful, and if it doesn't help us, we're potentially forfeiting a book for no return. Worth keeping that in mind. I, as a character, do not have, like, detect object. I can prepare identify later on, but that won't help us find what we're looking for. Although, I guess I do have detect magic prepared, which might help. If you just want to, like, metal detect or sanctum around town as an option.
There's lots of magic all over the place here. So.
Yeah, I'm not saying it'll narrow it down, but...
Yep. Like the old joke
Well,
about the
I'm
blind
going-
man that walks into Walmart, takes his leash and his guide dog,
Yeah.
and begins swinging the guide dog in all directions. The Walmart greeter walks up to him and says, "Sir, what are you doing?" "Just looking around."
That's it's cheesy, but it's good.
You were saying something, Averica?
I am going to try to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my arm up, unroll the sleeve, and cast a Minor Illusion of the symbol of the bleak reclamation that we've seen.
Ooh.
As if it were a
Okay.
tattoo on my
Clever.
arm.
Very clever.
Very clever. All right. Cool. You've seen it multiple times. Do you have a depiction of it, or are you doing this from memory?
From memory.
Okay. Can I get a history check of a 5?
We'll see.
Okay.
We're good.
You get the details right. Cool. The library lets you in as you hold the symbol up. That's a really creative solution, just saying, guys.
Wow.
You guys are able to go inside. I love that. That's really cool. Good use of
That's
spell
the-
mechanics and stuff.
It's a D&D right there.
Yep.
Been a while since I've gotten to use any type of illusions, so
Yeah.
Clever.
Very good. There's no one here. What do you want to do?
Well, let's get to work, huh? Start, I guess we could probably just look through histories of various necromancers in the area, was your idea, right, Verica?
yeah, might as well start there. See if there's a hint of a trail, even just a framework to start with.
Highly
I'll have
doubt that,
Crit go, but
highly doubt that there's the tome itself is going to be here, but you know, second best thing is to get more information about where it might be.
Yeah. Agreed. No sign of our librarian friend?
Except for what you expect, the footprints in the dust where you guys all traveled. Just
Yeah.
the stuff you would expect of him having been here when you were here. But let's go ahead and get an investigation check as you search for information regarding other necromancers in Verathis. You're in the library.
Sounds good. And remember, put everything back where you found it. I don't know what constitutes checking a book out from the library, but
Damn.
All right,
yeah,
guys.
that checks
God.
out.
Okay.
Fletcher's not a.
For the record, guys,
I'll
I need
give-
your die rolls
I'll
to
give
be-
I
my
rolled two. I've
inspiration
so
to-
far rolled 2 1s out of the 3 rolls I've done today.
I'm sorry, guys. Dice hate
Fletcher
you
is going to be
tonight.
useless here, but I think Ebony, I'll give you my inspiration if you want. I feel like it makes sense for you to roll well on this from a story perspective. But Averica looks like they know what they're doing as well.
Great. Averica, as you go around, you're going to actually find a ledger. Not necessarily a book, but a log of people who have checked out books here. So, you suspect, based off of the titles of the books that have been checked out, that the people who visit this library typically are necromancers. And the book log is a great place to check and find. So, we're going to give you some names here. The first is Valeth Boneharp. The next is Griselda Muckroot. We have Zira the Empty. And we would also have Brother Cedric Ashwake. Those are the first 4. You wish for more?
As we're
Why
as
not?
we be as we be perusing through these, I would also like Ebony would specifically be looking for, you know, like, are these necromancers dead or alive? Do we have information about like where their what their whereabouts were when they were alive? Like, sort of looking for, you know, tombs to uncover.
These are actually people who checked out books here, as opposed to records about them. So we're going to give you 4 more here. And
Interesting.
these are the 8 names that are on the first page there that you don't have to turn pages for.
Bailiff Boneharp. Do you think that somebody is born with a name like that, or do you think they choose it after becoming a necromancer?
I have a feeling they chose it.
I have a feeling that
Alright.
they're probably someone with a certain flair to them.
It is a funny name.
Brother Cedric Ashwake. I wonder.
Brother in what order?
Alright. Dick. Grave Whisper. That's definitely not a name somebody was born with. Methra Void Eyes. That might just be a descriptor and not necessarily. And Ilvara Duskmoth. Oh no, I missed one. Duskmoth and Brontier Black Salt. That's an excellent name.
Thank you.
Shot in the dark, but Sanctum's gonna go in the library to, you know, where he would presume the Echo Ledger would be were it in this library.
Okay.
Be that alphabetical, be that in a labeled section. He's trying to trace the steps of, if I were someone looking for this book, and I am,
Sure.
where would I go?
Roll an insight check. With a 12. With a 12, you're able to find your way towards the back of the library where the very old tomes that are the very fanciest would be. And they are behind lock and key.
Indeed.
And for the record, whenever you go into a real library, go to the back, you'll find all the books that are under lock and key. real life thing.
You know, Sanctum, I would be willing to try to get past the locks and break some stuff to get it, but I feel like if we do that, we're gonna get cursed forever.
Wouldn't be very
I-
respectful of the library either.
Sometimes you have to make compromises to get knowledge.
Well, it's
Oh,
compromise
right.
with the people running the place instead of the lock.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm not really keen on being cursed forever. If the penalty for handing in a book late is that you forfeit your soul, I'm kind of worried about what the penalty would be if you started breaking things in the library.
Oh, my friend, you were born mortal. You are already cursed forever. What's a second?
Always finding some humor out of things.
I didn't laugh. He will continue looking at this.
Sure.
It's
Most
clearly
of the books
like
that you see through the glass are reference documents.
gotcha.
There's mostly real estate records, that sort of thing in here. A couple history books, but you do not see anything labeled the Echo Ledger.
Right. But
Oh,
he
it looks like a. Sorry, go ahead.
and there's no suspect of prior tampering, right? Like there's not somebody else has previously broken into this and they've had to like reinforce it.
No, the locks are well maintained. Everything appears to be in good repair. So no, in this case, no one else has been here and hampered, your word, with
Yeah.
the situation. So I'm going to
Okay.
alleviate that concern. The if you're worried about your competition in this case, they have not been here.
All right. Yeah, to some degree.
So we will go ahead and alleviate that concern.
Okay. Narrows it down and empties the well.
And if you find any books that, I don't know, match any of these names, maybe one of them was so famous they got written about.
So if you guys go looking around for information about that, you're going to find that Valeth Boneharp, the very first name on that, is actually a well established necromancer here in Verathis and has several treatises on music regarding how to raise undead using song.
Fun.
Those
Did
books, I
Valcrex-
bet those rituals are thrillers.
Eh.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Did Valcrex give us information on what the Echo Ledger is? Like what it pertains to?
He had the name, and he wants you to find out more about it.
I think he
knows he
said
wants-
specifically that it's supposed to hold knowledge of how souls pass to the afterlife
Exactly.
before Imkale.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Because my notes write a tome, which isn't.
Okay.
Which
No,
is
it's literally the
insufficient.
fact that it tells how souls used to pass into the afterlife before Velcraxus took, or sorry, not Velcraxus, but Imkale
Right.
took control of
Okay.
that power.
Do we know if there's a Temple of Mkale in town?
I highly doubt it.
Huh.
I believe.
Well, surely there are followers.
That
I don't
less
know if it
doubtful.
was the only one, but I believe that when I asked Leia, she spoke of a temple of Demarath.
Well,
Not
that's
sure if that
lovely,
helps
but
here, but
Decidedly
but
not in Kale.
yeah. Well, I guess I just meant that I think that at least
there
she
are
alluded to that being the only
churches.
one. Yeah.
There are temples. Well, even if there's not a temple of Mkale, surely the followers of Mkale must confer somewhere with each other. Sanctum will inquire to texts of Mkale within the library, if applicable.
Ooh. Let's see. What would be here about MKL? You're going to find a book regarding the treatise of garden soil and the formation of the city. I'm not even going to make
Okay.
you roll for that because that is going to be a very public book in this place.
Right
Let me
on.
get it for you because I actually have this one written up as a full
Particularly,
text.
Sanctum, I think, is in the headspace of is Mkale known for particular rituals that that the followers would do, which may stand out to us as like a behavior we could track in the city.
Ooh.
Such as like, do
Yeah.
they all go to the graveyard and do a little dance? Do they do do they do a weekend feast?
Oh, we can
Oh,
feast.
you're not going to find a schedule in here. That's for certain.
No, but broad strokes, ritualistic practices is what he's considering.
Right. Okay, I can get that as well. I do have that as well. So let's go ahead and shift over to that direction as I grab the other book for you too. So
Sure.
just you guys know really well how to push my buttons on getting all the lore out of me, and I love it. I love that you guys have learned how I work. So, grabbing my God's document here. Here we go. All right. There we go. Okay. So, the big things are that worshippers are typically buried with a thin porcelain death mask, usually clasped across the chest or worn on the face. The masks are typically decorated with the accomplishments, virtues, and as much story as possible about the deceased's life. It's common for these masks to be very elaborate and filled with minute details. Craftsmen who work on these masks are known as thread painters, both for their association with the threads of life as much as their skill is being able to paint fine details. Things that they believe is that undeath is an abomination. Defy death is to defy the natural order. The undead, from mindless skeletons to intelligent liches, are considered perversions of existence. Necromancy is a blasphemous crime, and those who practice it are hunted by the faithful. However, divine exceptions exist in the form of revenants created by MKL to right great cosmic injustices. Death masks are the big thing here as far as things that they create. The weaving of the death mask requires very fine porcelain. You may be able to find that as a thread to, pun intended, to follow. The final thought is that most of MKL's religion, the religion, not the faith, because those are two different things, the religion is very militant against spellcasters and view any spellcasters as anathema unless they use divine magic. Arcane spellcasters and druidic spellcasters are viewed as abominations to be destroyed, according to the religion. For our players, Tati was a member of the faith of MKL that did not follow those tenets. So, if there are followers of MKL here in Verathis, they're either going to be persecuted or in hiding. I will get you that book about garden soil. Just a moment. It has been a long time, and I try to remember what I called it.
I'll get a bullet over.
Yep.
The lead to begin with.
All right. What about the rest of you? What are you guys looking for?
Found everything for now.
Yeah, we know the book's not here. We found a list of visitors who might have checked
Are
it out
there-
or might otherwise be knowledgeable about it. Unless we want to look for lore, unless there's a book of books, like is there a bit of like
Book of
famous
books.
tomes or famous necromantic artifacts? So we've learned about. Sorry, Kyle. I know you've got something to say. I'm just
No,
thinking
go
out
ahead.
loud. Like what do we know about the Echo Ledger? Because we didn't. I think the answer is not very much. I'm wondering maybe if there's like a list of, like if we could find like a compendium of like religious artifacts, or if there's like something about like powerful necromantic artifacts, specifically books. I guess that would be my next idea for
That's when you're going to hear the front door of the library
Yeah.
open. You're going to hear bare footsteps coming into the library.
Can I have looked for any other books that would have talked about? I know that like the general thing we're told was like souls passing prior to Imkale.
Mhm.
But so any other books talking about that? I mean, I'd just be going by titles if I'm trying to like scan through bookshelves, but like anything that talks about before Imkale or souls passing in general.
You're going to find a couple of books that are very well worn. The spine on the books is so well used that it is cracked and crumbling apart. But you're going to get some references to gods that were imprisoned long ago. And they were
Okay,
imprisoned in a place called the Sanctum of the Starfallen.
All right.
And in the book, as you skim it, most of the names of the gods have been erased. Like the ink is missing. It's not that they were scratched out. It appears that magic has torn the names from the book. But at the end of the book, it ends with "and Imkale rose to power."
Okay. And what I wanted to specifically get from that is, does it have an author?
Does it have an author? That book. Goodness. Who would have written that book? Ooh, I know who would have written that book. I apologize. I have to make this connection now, and I have to go grab her name real quick. I apologize. One sec. I forgot her name. And
While you're doing that, I guess my thought, guys, was if we find any books that are on a topic, the authors may have, if not written, like the Echo Ledger themselves, known who is. Like if we could track down authors on related stuff, that could help.
yeah,
That's a great
good
idea.
the author of this book would have been Talona Gray. And Telonia Gray, I apologize. Telonia Gray. And for those people who know who this is, sorry.
All right.
I think there's like 3 people who know who this character is, but it is an well-established character from like 6 years ago, 5 years ago now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't think we were going to
What's
pull
the-
her back in, but yeah.
What's the title of this book again?
The Sanctum of the Starfallen, how it rose and fell. Put that in the chat here.
Interesting.
And now we can jump back to what you were saying about somebody entering. I just wanted to have done that while we were looking around.
Casting visibility on myself.
What are we doing? Apologize.
Oh, you mentioned footsteps.
Yes. Malric Voss will enter the library. He looks at you all with concern.
Ah.
Hello. I didn't expect to see you here. How did you
Good
get
afternoon.
in?
Trade secret.
He narrows his eyes at you. Trade secrets. Well, I suppose one finds a way. Are you doing well today?
Quite well, thank you.
Finding everything you need. As he's scanning the room to see if anything's out of place. Did anyone forget to put stuff back where it belonged?
Possibly.
So
I'm going to ask for history checks on an @1 only. Are you going to fail on this?
Oh, no, not another nat 1.
Okay, not an @1. We're just
Hooray.
checking for the @1s here, guys. You guys were told and instructed and agreed to put stuff back where you found it, so... Yep.
I would wager it is categorically impossible for Sanctum to.
Very good. Cool. So, he doesn't see anything out of place. Did you need help finding something? Seems like you haven't touched anything yet.
I actually do have a question. Where do or how do you acquire most of these books? Do authors come and provide them themselves, or is it just a personal collection that you've picked up over the years?
Most of these books have been here since before I was a necromancer. My master's master's master. They started the collection. I occasionally add to it if I find something of note in the market, but it is not mine. It belongs to Verathis. We hope that Velcraxis falls and dies.
Given the subject matter and the town itself, do any of these authors reside in the area?
He nods. A few. Why?
Are you... I'm just curious. I think that quite a lot of these books looked extremely interesting, and while I may not be able to check them out without a mark myself, I figured the author might have other copies that I could acquire.
Perhaps. You will have to speak with them. Was there a specific book you were looking to investigate, or a subject you wish to learn more about?
Are you familiar with the author Telonia Gray?
He furrows his brow at you. Heretic. The bitch queen of garden soil? Yes. Why would you want to talk about the high priestess of Imkael?
Interesting.
I
High priestess, you say?
Yes. She who opposes everything that we hold dear. Where did you learn that name? He's got a horrible poker face, and you see he glances in the direction of the bookcase that holds that book.
I saw it over there, and I'll point towards it. I is one of the authors whose name I do not recognize. While there are many here who I have not, it is one that I kind of felt like I should.
It's a cautionary tale. Don't go near the woman. Not unless you wish to die and never be raised again.
And where can she be found? Just so I know to avoid the area.
Garden soil. Thousands of miles away to the north. May she stay there and her island fall into the sea. May the shimmering abyssal shelf absorb it and consume it, and may Tulkor tear her flesh from the bone. There's no love lost there, guys.
But they're best
Yeah,
friends.
bet on a Valentine.
Sorry, what was the question there, Verica? I missed it.
Oh no, I was joking and saying, oh, I thought they were best friends.
No.
No, Varka is keeping quiet under the invisibility spell. He panic cast as soon as she heard the footsteps, so she's not saying anything.
Very good.
Well, if she is the follower of Imkil, which it appears all here opposed, are there any books in the library that speak on what it was like before Imkil existed?
I wish my master wasn't old enough for that. It's knowledge we seek, but we believe it exists in a nearby monastery. Ancient ruins, you know. I don't know where the monastery is, but it's the Monastery of the Whispering Bells.
And in what form does it exist there? Is it a book that speaks on it? Or ruins of some sort?
It's legend. It doesn't actually exist, you understand. It's a place where the monks supposedly held secrets and worshipped some old gods that knew the knowledge from ancient times. They supposedly wrote down secrets and managed to protect them from ancient magics that erased the knowledge. But it's fiction. It couldn't exist.
If it did, do you have a best guess as to where the monastery would be? Or how to find it?
They say it's supposed to be on some shoreline somewhere, overlooking cliffs of stone and death itself, guarded by drakes who can tear your flesh from bone. Servants of Tulkor, they say, guarding the secrets that only Tulkor and the Ancient Ones would know.
Fulcor, who's that?
The god of the deep, the great
Oh.
shark, the abyss warder, he who watches from below, the rival of Ritrava, the master of the seas.
Sounds like someone I wouldn't want to screw with.
Oh, not at all. But generally, a pleasant fellow to reclaim bodies from.
What, the bodies aren't eaten by some sea monster?
Everything that is eaten must be expelled at some point, my dear fellow.
That's one way of getting bodies.
The other way is to let them hit the floor. I'm sorry, I had to. Damn it.
The boys at the
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Never
You know what you're getting when
apologize.
you come play a Jimmy. Jimmy. All right. And I did find that book for you, Justin. I'm sending you the book through Discord now. I had to go and find it from an old player who had sent it to me 4 years ago.
I appreciate that.
And so I have it. Do you want a Word doc or a PDF?
PDF's fine, but whatever works. I'm
All
not
right.
picky.
And I don't mind if you share this with the party. That's up to you. But I will send it to you first for you to review. It was sent with a weird font, so good luck reading it. Have fun.
Just like real old books.
Right. And you can thank Mike from Monday Nights for this one.
And does the scenery that he described ring any bells? I know that we haven't explored
You have not
this
seen this,
too
no.
much.
I can just discount that one. There's no history check. You have not seen this. You do not know where it is. This is not common knowledge. No.
Oh, you weren't kidding about that freaking cursive
I
font.
can redo it if you want an easier font.
No, I can read it. I know how to read.
You know how to read cursive?
Yeah.
In other words, you were born more than 10 years ago. Understood. Cheers.
I'm not going to say it's my preference, but I know how to read it.
I can change it. I do have the Word doc, but
Yeah, don't sweat it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can share it with the party. I was really bringing it up out of curiosity to read myself, but
Sure.
I don't know if it pertains to our mission in any way.
Its backstory about MKL is what you asked for, and that's what this is. So I will go ahead and share it with the party. If you guys want, I will redo it in a nicer font because it was sent to me with this font, and I can redo it. But there's the book in PDF.
Oh.
You want me to change the font? I can change the font to make it easier to read.
This is a pretty awesome font.
It is an awesome font. It's a lot of fun, but
I was hoping for Comic Sans.
no, we did not do Comic Sans. If you want Sans, you gotta go play Deltarune. All right.
You know what's funny is I just learned in Google Chrome I can just open it in reading mode.
Wait, reading mode? Hold up.
I just like right click the page, open in reading mode, and it put it to plain text.
Oh,
Damn.
Just a fun fact.
cheater.
OP. That's OP.
Is that a workaround on the intended reading experience?
As they are reviewing the document, remember you can go pick up notebooks over at gameric.com right on the front page.
It's true.
We will go ahead and do our shameless plugs when we can, and when the players are looking at lore, it does help. So
You too can practice your pretentious cursive in a GM Eric notepad.
if you've not checked out our notebooks, they work with fountain pens, man. They work with fountain pens, they work with calligraphy pens. They're great notebooks. They legitimately are.
So how are we on leads here? It doesn't seem like
Too
we're
much.
getting any bites.
We got multiple leads.
Oh, I have missed that.
Yeah, I think we found a good deal of places to potentially start looking.
Very well then. Excuse me.
Where were you thinking to go to next?
Alric Voss is going to ask if there's anything else he can help you guys with. Because he's still a little bit suspicious about how you guys got in here.
To be clear, we have not asked him explicitly about the Echo Ledger, correct?
Correct.
Because
You guys have
we
been
have
very
not, and
vague.
yeah. I think it would be unwise to do that, especially because we know this guy is not a fan of Valkraxis, and we could draw attention to ourselves. Okay, yeah, I think we're just about done here. I think we found a good place to start, and we've realized a way. We found a way to pick the lock as well, so we can always just come back.
Okay. Well, should you have need of the library, I'm sure you can just get back in. Just remember the penalties for withdrawing books and returning them late. And he's going to go toddling off. Ready to leave?
Sounds it.
Very good. You guys head back into the town, leaving the library.
All right, we are. So we have a list of visitors. We've learned about the cult of Imkale. So here's something that I think is interesting, that we needed to use the cults, the reclamation cults. We needed to use their symbol, the bleak reclamation. We needed to use their symbol to get into the library, but this guy, when we mentioned a person who turned out to be Imkale's high priestess, he spoke extremely poorly of her. I was wondering if the bleak reclamation were aligned with Imkale, but now I'm starting to wonder if they're not.
Bleak Reclamation are definitely not aligned with Imkale. That was clear to me.
Yeah, they're
They hate
necromancers.
Imkale. They just also hate Valkraxis.
There's some Venn diagram overlap there.
Yeah.
So once Vark is sure that Malric is somewhere he can't see us, she will turn visible again.
Okay.
As another campaign may put it, I believe it's the enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
Just because there's mutual interests doesn't mean there'll stay mutual interests. I bet if there's anyone who would have knowledge of history or legends, one who puts them to song, would be a likely candidate, at least.
You have someone
Then,
specific in mind.
of course, Bailiff Boneheart. Finding them, that's its own trick. That could be a place to start, or we try to find this monastery. I mean, one of the people who was checking out books went by brother, Cedric Ashwake.
I
Maybe
caught
he's
that
the
as
brother of that
well.
monastery. Maybe he's someone else, but Again, a
I
place
think
to
he's
start.
unlikely to be aligned with Imkale because we learned that Imkale's followers are likely to be underground in the city, so they probably wouldn't sign themselves in as
Well,
brother.
remember who owns this library too? It's people from the Reclamation, and they hate Imkale.
Well, but they also hate Valkraxis, and we showed up.
Well,
You're right,
yes,
though.
but it's not like we made our allegiances clear to him.
Can we take this conversation back to the inn, by the way?
People are
Certainly.
walking around, you guys. Yeah. You guys want to go back to the inn for dinner? Because at this point, it's going to be easily 6 p.m.
Sure.
Cool. We will go back to the inn. You are in the inn.
As soon as we're back in the inn, I will say, and also, that monastery was supposed to hold secrets that would have been hidden for a while. Perhaps that's the reason why no one's found anything of it. And if not, well, secrets are valuable in and of themselves.
That's when the
Oh.
two matrons of the establishment will come out, wielding a large pan, circular in nature. Bringing it out, they put it on a table in front of you guys. They smile at you all. We got you fusion. It's a deli pizza.
And what would you call the fusion component of this?
It's half Bourbonian and half Reston.
Fascinating.
Sounds
Enjoy.
like a delicacy.
You see that it has olive loaf on top of the pizza.
Excuse me while I Google olive loaf. Dear God! What is that? The thing is, I feel like Sanctum would actually find this very compelling.
Damn.
If you've never tried olive loaf, it's actually good. It's actually
Oh,
good.
that just triggers all of my phobias.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
just-
guessed, Eric.
I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that.
Oh, guys, need to experiment a little more.
No, I experiment plenty. I'm good.
Wait, that's
This is what D&D is for, so I never have to try this in real life.
Yes.
Okay, then I will describe the
It's like,
flavor. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
it's like 30% of the way to a muffaletta. Like I see the vision here.
Yeah,
I'm sure the flavor's fine if you like
I like
this.
olives.
If you like all the ingredients, I just think it looks
Bad
disgusting.
it
presentation.
tastes very much like ham with pickles. That's it.
Yeah, that checks out.
That's literally what it tastes like, guys. It's just a combined ham and pickles on one lunch meat. That's it. Does it look appetizing? Absolutely not. But that's what it does taste like. So if you've never tried it and someone ever offers it to you, give it a bite, give it a shot. As Daniel Tiger says, try new food because it might taste good.
That is true.
As far as it being on pizza, well, fortunately, the pan that they brought it out in is at least 3 inches deep. And that is a shout out for the people who had the opportunity for
This is
pizza
just
recently.
Chicago pizza, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sanctum is compelled by firsts or like something he perceives as innovation, and this certainly sounds like an innovation.
Sure. Will he consume some of it?
He's gonna try it.
Sure. It tastes a little off. The pickle on a pizza may not be great, but the ham was okay. You pick out the olives, it'll be great.
I think he's immediately gauging how he would modify the recipe, but that is in itself maybe his form of a compliment.
For the record, I loved your reaction, Justin. I'm sorry.
It was authentic. I was actually Googling it.
I'm curious what image you saw.
I just saw like a pink square with some green circles in it.
That's
Yeah,
valid.
that's pretty much what the result is
Yeah.
when you Google image that.
Ah. Yeah, I'm surprised none of you have never had this. It's actually a good thing.
I'm not. I'm surprised that this was ever a thing.
I don't know, Eric. This sounds pretty niche to me.
It was all
This
the
is
rage
the-
when I was a kid. I'm sorry,
This is
guys.
some Bible Belt grub, right?
Nah, I used to have
This
it in
feels like
California
in
and
like the
everywhere.
in like the 1950s, you had all these like disgusting Jello dishes
Yeah.
that were like the norm in like suburban America, and they were just like gladly forgotten by like 1984,
So
and then
some of you may have had
I don't know
bologna
why I picked
sandwiches
that year.
before. Olive loaf is literally on the next hook next to the bologna. Oscar Mayer has them right next to each other. Bologna and olive loaf are on the same hook. Say it.
Damn, now I know where to avoid. Thank you. I can just dodge right past it.
Yeah.
Eh.
Okay. Enough about olive loaf. I'm traumatized by players
No more
with
olive
green
loaf.
circles
No
in meat.
more.
So back to the game.
Varco will say, I didn't know anyone else worked with crust this deep. Sister Banquetta would be pleased.
Melody's gonna come in. Who's Sister Banquetta?
Oh, one of my sisters. She loves to cook. Also loves to eat. Goes hand in hand.
Sounds delightful. Is she
Oh,
nearby?
she really is. I have no idea, honestly. It's been a few years since I've seen her. Really, any of them.
Where are you from exactly? I've never asked of Erica.
Well, I've been a few places, but most of my life just outside of Shattershit.
Interesting. Isn't that where all the mages go for school?
It is. We were hoping that would help the more magically inclined of us get a leg up, but, well, I got rejected anyway.
Sorry.
Something about divination professor I interviewed with didn't take too kindly to what she saw.
So sorry. She reaches out and puts her hand on your wrist.
Oh, no, don't be sorry. The path I'm on? Oh, I wouldn't be on it if I'd gone there. There's no looking back, only forward.
He nods. That's all we can really do.
Exactly.
So what did you learn? What did you find?
We went back to the library, just to do a little bit of digging, and we found a list of names for people that we might want to talk to in furtherance of our goal.
What is that goal?
I'll tell you later. Upstairs. Out of character, Fletcher trusts Melody, but Fletcher doesn't know whether to trust the two innkeepers because they're associated with Valcraxis, we have learned that there might be Valkraxis aligned people who still want to beat us to the punch. And it would not shock me at all if one or both of the innkeepers was like a plant or was on the take for the other team.
Crazy.
So yeah. Yeah, Linnea told us it's best not to talk about it too openly, even at the dinner table. And I'll tell you all about it when we're upstairs.
Okay. And she's going to take a piece of the pizza, and she's going to eat the pizza the appropriate way with a knife and fork.
Come on, Eric. I'm trying to immerse myself in your world here.
It's over. It's over. Immersion broken.
I'm getting smiles from at least one person, and they live way up north.
The bottom half
you,
of my face is smiling. The top half is furling brows.
I did describe it as a
Fletcher
pan
Merrick,
pizza.
the monster.
There we go.
So
Just because it's a pizza casserole doesn't mean it doesn't taste good.
Doesn't mean it's a pizza
right.
either.
Your piece in my mind.
Look, Justin, I don't talk smack on your pulled pork now.
Fair enough.
All right. So, as you guys finish dinner, it's going to be about bedtime. It's going to get dark out. You guys want to go back out? You guys want to call it a night? What do you want to do?
I think it might
Well-
be nice to rest. I don't know if you really want to wander out in the middle of the night in the city.
Yeah, I'm gonna defer this one, if partially because I was AFK when we got the lead, so I'm kind of
All good?
winging it.
I will go ahead and tell you
Winging
that
it.
your friend Celestia falls asleep and Rem appears.
Yeah, sounds like she had a long night.
She stayed up for 24 hours and has gained a level of exhaustion. She'll sleep it
Does
off
Rem
tonight.
share that level of exhaustion?
She'll sleep it off tonight. It's okay. As long as Rem does not fall asleep in the next 8 hours, she'll be okay.
Hmm.
it might be safer to stay in for the night, but given the type of individuals we may be on the look for, they could be more prone to be going out at night.
True. And people might go out drinking, loose their lips. We could go find somewhere with music. If anyone knows about Boneheart.
I'm happy to join.
I'll follow your lead. It's been a long time since I was in an urban environment, so I still feel a little bit out of place. But
Let's do it.
if you want to go out at night, I won't object.
That's the good thing about urban environments. There's so many places. You're always in one of them.
So we go out on the town.
Yeah, do it.
Cool. As you guys go out into the town, what are we looking for? What are we doing? Looking for environment to encourage music, I heard.
Anything lively.
For all the time we've been here, we haven't really engaged with any sort of carousing at a tavern or hanging out. Though, I kind of didn't really expect this place to have that many welcoming places.
Might as well find out if they do
Okay.
have them.
Yeah, come to
Game.
think of it, I haven't really spotted anything like that since we got here, but I also haven't really been looking for it.
Oh, let's get an investigation check. Shooting for a 5. Can we get a 5?
Lead the way, Averica.
Averica knows exactly what she's looking for. Averica, you will find a place called the Boneyard. And as you approach, there's a skeleton dressed in a top hat and a tuxedo. It's checking tickets at the door. I don't have an image of a skeleton in a top hat and a tuxedo. However, as you approach, the skeleton looks up at you with hollow eye sockets. It clacks his jaws at you. What do you want to do?
Is there a box office somewhere? I'll ask it.
It clacks its jaws and points over to the right. And you'll see that there is a box office over there.
All right, I'll go see if I can 6 tickets.
Okay. As you go up to the counter, there is a specter inside the box. Appears to be a woman who is chained in place. You can see through her, and she looks to be exceedingly tired. He sells you the tickets for 1 silver each. As you buy the 6 silver, she's going to look up at you with hope. You walk away?
Oh, I smile at her and walk away.
Understood.
So, do we even know what this show is, Averica? I guess it's time to find out.
Averica has your
Show
6
It's
tickets.
going to be entertaining, I'm sure. Probably. Hopefully.
I'm not
Well,
super
and if
convinced,
not-
but we can always leave, right?
If not, think about it. Skeleton, a specter, there's probably a ghost, so we can just boo.
Wow.
All
Wow.
I'm saying is that I'm just hoping we're not signing up for something that we didn't expect to be.
Well, as you guys walk up to the skeleton with the top hat and the tuxedo, he holds out his bony hand for your tickets.
I'll hand him all 6.
Takes the 6 tickets, tears them, and then counts you guys out as you guys walk in.
Question.
Yes.
Do we have Celestia in a bag with us? And does she need a ticket?
Would Rem bring Celestia out to a nightclub?
I feel like
I don't-
after the conversation we had today where Melody was guaranteed safety at the
Narco
house,
Tavern?
Anthony has Anthony has been extremely protective of Celestia when playing as Rem.
Yeah.
I feel like he would either leave her, and if he wasn't comfortable leaving her, I feel like he would have stayed home.
Then we'll stay him home. That's fine.
Okay.
I think that's the easier and more loyal to character thing.
Okay.
Especially since she's exhausted right now. We are going to get through this encounter tonight, so it won't impact him for next week. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, so we left Rem and Celestia at home. They are not here for this. And you can regale him with the tale of what's about to happen. And give yourself the 1 silver back there, Averica, 5 tickets. Fair?
Got it.
Cool. All right. As you guys come inside, you're going to hear joyous music inside. As you do, you come in and you see a stage where a number of skeletons are currently performing an exotic dance. It's Persian styled with snakes and flutes. It's a well choreographed, graceful dance. There are chairs and a buffet. The various tables all have the chairs facing the stage. There's candlelight, and you can smell various various incense throughout the room. Something you guys would have gotten used to due to the fact that Verathis is full of undead. The normal stench of undeath is not here. Instead, the place seems to be a fairly high class establishment. People are very well dressed. In fact, you guys are probably the worst dressed people in the room. Are drawing some attention. Not enough to detract from the stage show, but enough to just gain a glance.
Enough to hurt my feelings.
As the various skeletons begin performing stunts on stage, they are getting applause and having a good show. The buffet consists of 4 buffet stations, ranging from meat to fruits to salad to dessert. What would you guys like to do?
Gonna get enough food to like blend in.
Sure.
I think I might try to strike up a conversation with someone, just kind of a whisper about what they think about the show.
The plate that you get is very fine china trimmed in gold. It's got a gold design on it. This is some high class stuff. There's even a wine bar over to the side. The person you've
I'm noticing this.
approached. Good.
As I'm noticing this, like you will also see Avarika's bearing shift. Like her line is going to straighten. Like she is like it shows that like she understands etiquette, like proper etiquette.
Very good. The person who you've approached seems to be an aristocratic woman. She's dressed in very fancy clothes and looks at you up and down. Are you in your leather armor right now?
Yes, that's what I would have come in here with.
She moves away from you, ignoring you.
I mutter a curse under my breath and try again with someone else.
Okay. As you try again with someone else, the gentleman you've spoken to offers you one of the shrimp off of his plate. It's really good.
Oh, well, thank you.
And he's going to try to put it in your mouth.
Go off her face and she will let him.
Okay. It's a little spicy, but it's still really good. And he nods.
Ooh, delicious.
What was your question?
Oh, it's a fantastic show. I mean, who's putting it on?
Oh, Boneharp. She's right over there. And he gestures with a shrimp over at a very pretty woman off to the side with long white hair. Her elven nature
Let's see.
is a little stark and very pale. Her violet eyes are scanning the room and ensuring the performance is going off flawlessly.
No,
very
I'm
obvious
something of
she's
a
in
fan of
charge.
hers.
Go ahead. I apologize.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say something of a fan of hers. We've been looking all over trying to find one of her performances. I can't believe actually seeing this.
It's a great show. Changes every other week. It's very good.
You know anything about her?
She's a very powerful necromancer. Brings in the best skeletons. Make sure that they're always in tip-top shape. Choreographs everything herself, they say.
impressive.
Mhm. This is my wife, Courtney. Courtney, this is. Oh, I didn't catch your name.
Varka will pause for a second. I'm trying to remember the name she gave for.
As Jordan digs through notes.
Better yet, he's gonna say, "Call me Griselda."
Griselda. That's a northern name, isn't it? Some from Wasia.
Oh well, I've traveled far to get here.
Yeah, Well, excuse me, the little missus likes my attention, and we gotta watch the show.
Oh, naturally, I'll say as I'm gonna give him a pat on the chest, like a very, just not quite flirtatious, just enough to try to spark a little bit of jealousy in his wife.
And there's gonna be an elbow in the ribs following your pat on the chest as his wife elbows him in the ribs. And as they walk away, who is that?
But I'll return to the group and lower my voice and point out on harp. Okay. Think we've got our
Broke up, repeat.
I will point out Valeth Bone Harp and I'll say, I think we've got our first lead.
Guess I'll just pay off to this rose in the night.
Oh, and
You
where
know,
will
great.
this lead take us?
Who knows?
Fair play.
But what's our in? How are you gonna talk to her? Seems pretty occupied.
Somehow I don't think Averica will having trouble charming the person of interest.
I guess I was sort of saying that thinking about myself, but yeah, you're right. I don't need to do any of that work.
Fun
Well,
fact.
you are the one.
After you.
I've been talking a lot. You go first.
I was just gonna say of the 7 player characters who just hit level 4, Averica is the only one who increased their primary ability score at 4th level. The rest of us either multiclassed or took a feat that did something else.
You need resilient. You need it.
I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm just saying that Averica has the charisma in the party right now. Because she's the only one. She's the only one keeping up with the ASIs.
Wolfgang's got it. Wolfgang doesn't even need the ASI though. Like he's got it in spades. However, I was going to say, Ebony, you do have similar interests to her. So, what do you say we
Go together.
we could yeah, exactly. And I was gonna say we could wait until the performance is done because she does seem like the type who likes to have her focus on her work. But we're devoted fans who came a long way to see her and wanted to know more about what she does, perhaps.
It is interesting that she contained the undead with song. Well, maybe you do the introductions and then I can speak a little more
Let's
about necromancy. I will admit I'm a little awkward at times.
as long as it's an endearing awkward. It worked out quite well, actually.
I suppose.
Just think of the skeleton. Just think of the conversation you've killed as a skeleton to be resurrected. Or
Okay.
whatever works.
I feel like that one missed the mark.
Sanctum just sort of like looks at you. Like, oh, he was right.
Well, as the skeletons begin to rise to the crescendo, they will form a skeletal pyramid, and with a mighty leap, they will perform a chain reaction and form one unified face, a skull that begins a musical number.
Whoa. Crazy.
As it chatters back and forth to the rhythm, the skeleton will fall apart at the very end, crumbling as the bones scatter across the stage. As they do so, Lady Boneharp will rise to the stage to accept the applause for the performance of her underlings. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. The Boneyard thanks you for your patronage, and we hope to see you again in 2 weeks' time. As always, enjoy the evening, enjoy the food, and remember to be out by sunrise. Good night. She's going to receive congratulations from several people who will come up to her and shake her hand while some people begin to leave the establishment. She is meeting and greeting people as they exit. What do you guys want to do?
Well, looks like our chance.
Oh. Yep,
Perfectly
let's-
happy to follow Verica's
Okay.
lead.
Yeah, I'll get in line, but if she and just wait my turn because I think I don't want to call too much attention to ourselves. But
Sure.
yeah,
As
we'll
your
definitely
turn-
go up to meet and greet her.
There's 2 or 3 people ahead of you. As you get up to her, she smiles at you. Did you enjoy the show?
Oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like it. That was incredible.
Thank you. You're new. First timer?
Oh, absolutely, my first time. But we've heard about what you do and so curious to check it out. And oh, you live well beyond our expectations.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to meet a true fan from somewhere else.
From very far away.
How far? She's literally giving you some extra time. As she waves to a couple people who are walking by, regulars.
Well, you don't even know how far. Across the sea and down the continent.
And you came to Verethis to see the performance.
Yes.
I'm flattered. I did not know that the Boneyard has gotten that famous. It's encouraging. How did you hear of us?
Well, it's just one of those things where you hear one person start to talk. You hear you hear your name multiple times until you just realize, well, that's just a person I need to be checking out.
Well, pleasure to have you here, Miss
Oh, you can call me Griselda.
Zelda. Pleasure to have you here. Did you enjoy the food?
It was delicious. Some very nice shrimp.
She immediately, her eyes look around for the guy you spoke to. I'm sure we usually run out.
A popular dish?
Indeed. Um, but a pleasure meeting you. I do hope you'll return someday.
Definitely, certainly. Well, you said 2 weeks, right?
We'll have a new show in 2 weeks. Yes, we'll be doing a repeat of the show tomorrow evening if you want to see it again.
Right, well, we'll definitely do our best to come by as soon as we can. Well, but also, um, my friend here, and she will gesture toward Ebony, is a huge fan of the more technical aspects of your work.
Oh, a
Yes,
tabaxi. Interesting. I didn't know that the people of Tarvier were interested in entertainment.
I'm actually not from Tarvier. I hail from not the same place where Griselda came from, but in, similar area.
Interesting. A tabaxi from afar. How exotic.
Yes, the name's Ivory, and Ebony will show his paw out to shake.
She shakes your hand. Pleasure, Ivory. And she curtsies. Are you
But
together?
yes, no, but we travel together, but we're part of let's say, a slightly larger group.
I see as she scans the room looking for newcomers and spots all three of the other guys. She
In any
clocks
case,
who they are and turns back to you.
I was fascinated by your control over the undead on stage. I didn't know that you could have such precision when commanding them like that.
Takes practice, years and years of practice, and a couple stage tricks, but I do my best.
I've heard that you're able to control them not even with just the sound of music, or raise them with the sound of music. I didn't know that was possible either.
Sometimes, where I'm from, abilities such as this are viewed as witchcraft. Sometimes the perception of what is actually going on is a misdirection. She smiles.
I know that feeling. It's why I came here, not an outcast here.
Hmm. She waves to a couple more regulars who are leaving. So, is there
Well,
anything I can answer for you, Ivory?
I was going to ask where you learned some of this stuff. I know you practiced it on your own, but surely you've, learned from some derivative works, as any good stage right would do.
Are you a cop?
A cop? Why would I be a cop?
A guard? Someone looking to find out secrets?
Looking to find out secrets, of course, but not because I'm a cop. I'd like to call myself more of a scholar.
Scholar. Hmm. Can I get a persuasion check from you, Ivory?
Not the greatest. No, that's a pretty
Oh,
good roll.
15. Stick around for a few moments. Once the regulars leave, I'll happily have a conversation with you and Griselda here. And your other friends, too. Please help yourself to the tiramisu.
Oh, sounds wonderful. I mean, as you can tell, I'm fascinated with the undead, so I'd love to hear some more from you if you're willing to speak on it.
Of course. Give me 20 minutes.
And Ebony will head back to the party. Got her to have a longer conversation with us about how she works. She said to give her about 20 minutes. And she said help us to the tiramisu. Looks really good.
We will time skip 20 minutes. She gets done talking to everyone and locking up. The skeletons will eventually reassemble themselves and begin cleaning the establishment. Some of them grab brooms and mops, and others pick up clutter. Valith will come over to a table where you guys are seated and pull up a chair. Now, you had questions. I love talking shop, but I don't normally speak with newcomers so readily. You were quite convincing. What can I answer?
Like I said, just I guess as a one necromancer to another, what are some good spots that you are not necessarily spots, but you know, how do you come by some of these techniques you came up with? Or what were some, inspirations or other necromancers you learned from? Just places where I could go, maybe.
I'm certain you wouldn't want to learn where I learned. It's cold and dark, and the snow gets everywhere. I am a glome from the far distant land of Uthurg, where the dark frost has claimed the lands. I have been exiled by them, as I'm sure you were, from your homeland, for necromantic practices. But I never sought to use my skills for conquest or combat. I used them for entertainment. Primarily for myself. But once arriving here, I realized that the vast majority of the necromancers in Verathis have no class, no style, and have a deep-seated need for entertainment. Why lose skeletons and undead to dangers when you can simply use them to dance and play music and then clean your club? It's a much more practical and, frankly, more profitable, as a skeleton comes up with a large sack of gold, way to handle business.
You sort of opened my eyes to this sort of opportunity. It was really quite a nice show to watch, and
Thank you.
I never would have thought that you could really use skeletons in such a way. I just didn't think it was possible to coordinate them and have such a beautiful show.
Oh,
I kind of thought of them more as fodder.
oh, that's the problem. Most people view them as fodder. They view the skeletons as simply things to be thrown away and discarded. But sometimes the simplest of things prove the most entertaining. Think of a child. Hiding one's face and revealing it causes them to laugh. We do similar things here, but with skeletons. We all have one. It's just on the inside, usually.
Funny. Well, I guess you're not so keen on guiding me wherever you learned back in Uthurg. I'm not even sure I've heard of that place until you just mentioned it. But maybe resources around here, I suppose, if as the next best thing.
And you've got a 15 persuasion check going on here. Okay. She smiles at you. There are a few libraries and a few resources that you can tap into. Are you new to Verathis?
Yes, fairly new.
There is this address, but you will need to find an old man by the name of Malric Voss. Do not let the guards know you're talking to him. And she's going to write down the address for the library that you already know exists. And she's going to give you that address. You won't be able to gain entry without him, but once you're inside, Look for the persistence of undead summoning. It's a great tome and focuses on the ability to concentrate on one spell while concentrating on another simultaneously.
Hmm.
Now, as far as resources go, you can collect skeletons anywhere, but if you want the best quality ones, you'll have to pass because I collect those myself. The second best, though, you can find in the market. Simply ask around, and someone can provide you with run-of-the-mill things if you want to practice what we do. I'll tell you, the vast majority of what we do isn't actually necromancy, though. Primarily choreography.
Hmm.
You know what they say the difference between a necromancer and a super necromancer is, right?
I'm not really sure what a super necromancer even is, but enlighten me.
Presentation.
Hmm. I feel like I present myself pretty well. I'm pretty happy with this outfit.
You do look quite distinguished, but how do your undead act?
Well, you see, I don't really have any yet.
Oh, you'll get there, I'm sure.
I'm working on it. Well, that's part of
No
why I'm here.
slight meant. If I can help in any way, I'd be happy to teach you the basics.
Hmm. Maybe I'd have to take you up on that offer in a bit.
Of course.
But I know where to find you, so
Oh yes, I'm here every night.
I'll definitely have to come back for another show. That was fantastic.
The only nights we're closed is on Mondays. There's not enough of an audience on Monday.
I assume that's the only library you know about in town?
Oh no, I have my own, and there's a couple others that I'm aware of. But if you're looking for the deepest knowledge, that's the best place to look. Just don't let anyone know.
Hmm.
I'm only telling you because you're a friend.
I'm already a friend. I'm flattered.
He smiles. I make friends easily, usually out of bones. By the way, Mr. Ivory, I have a question, and forgive me if I'm impudent, but have you
Go
signed your
on.
skeleton away?
Sorry, how you saying that? Have I signed a pact with anyone or sold my soul away? Is that
Oh,
what you're
not your
asking?
soul. I have no interest in souls. I'm interested in skeletons. I could really use a tabaxi skeleton. Whenever you do die, I would relish the opportunity to have right of first purchase to your bones.
Hmm, that's what you're asking for. I don't know if I would give that right away so freely, but maybe
Oh, not freely. I
maybe if
can
we
pay
get to
you
know each
heartily.
other a lot better, then I'd start considering it.
Of course. Well, when you're ready, let me know.
I
Your fr-
appreciate the offer, though.
your
Glad
friends have
that
been quite quiet. Is there something I can answer for each of you?
Ebony looks around at the rest of the party.
What is the
Well-
largest skeleton in your entourage?
Oh, that's going to be Francois. And she's going to snap her fingers, and the stage is going to lift up. The actual floor of the stage lifts upwards and opens like a box. Rising from that, an enormous giant Etin skeleton rises up slowly, looks out at the crowd with one socket in the middle of its forehead. It was a cyclops at one point. It opens its mouth.
Huh.
Before going back down into the stage, and the stage closes down. Francois is not exactly the most nimble of creatures, but he does make a good floor.
It certainly takes the cake.
It's a great showstopper when it fits the rest of the choreography. But otherwise, he's kind of useless. We keep him around just in case I need him, but I don't normally animate him. It's better to have not and want not than to want not and have not.
Do they retain their memories?
Oh,
Or
not
are
at all. Uh, Not at all. The skeletons are brainless. Everything they do is a pre-programmed series of actions. I control them all. They have no sense of self. There's no enslavement or moral ambiguity of this. The only people who protest are the people who may have at one point been related to the bones.
Certainly checks out.
I don't have any of your people in my play, as far as I know. I'm not familiar with any string skeletons in my entourage.
Yes,
Have you
we don't
signed your
tend to
bones
die
away?
in easily reached locations. I'm sorry, you're asking for my bones.
Well, I'm just curious. I wouldn't actually want to purchase them. From what I understand, your bones are hollow and quite brittle. They would break too easily in my show.
Well, if you're just going to say it.
Literally, she's saying she doesn't want your skeleton,
No
which may
complaints
be an
here.
insult. I don't know. Maybe a
Well,
relief.
it's for the best. I don't intend to have a skeleton anytime soon.
You have one now.
I don't intend to have one gone from myself, from my soul.
Of course. Did
But
anyone
if a day
else?
comes, you'll be on the list.
I wouldn't want it. You'll have to sell in the market. Too fragile. Perhaps you can be made into a series of pots and pans or silverware.
However it looks when an owl frowns, that's what Sanctum looks like right now. Very furrowed brows, I suppose.
Yep. All right. Does anyone else have any questions for Valith?
I'll first look at Fletcher and Wolfgang, see if they want to contribute, but if not, I will ask a question.
Fletcher? Wolfgang?
I think you guys are doing great, and there is no need for me to intervene.
Yeah, I don't think I have any. I feel like you guys have covered everything that I would have asked.
Cool.
All right, so in that case, I'm going to kind of brush one hand through my hair, which for a moment reveals one of my ears, which is not quite as pointed as hers, but is still distinctly half elven. And I'll ask her, how much do you know about the history of this place?
Of the Boneyard. I know it all. I established the club 10 years ago. It's my pride and joy. We've gone through 4 bartenders, about 50 shows. We stay very busy.
Oh, was it hard to get set up?
Yes, at first. Skeleton supply was difficult to find quality, but a couple of trips into Wasia and Tarvier managed to collect what we needed. The rest have all been purchased ethically here in Verathis. As far as the liquor, well, you can buy that wholesale, and we sell everything at retail. Making a little bit of a profit, you understand.
Well, of course. I mean, without a profit, how do you keep running?
Precisely. Or did you mean Verathis in general?
Well, I did mean Verathis in general, but I was glad to hear about the Boneyard.
Well, Verathis is a haven for people like us. Necromancers and undead wielders. You stay very busy, and the city welcomes variety. Liches, ghosts, goblins, etc. Everything's welcome here as long as they don't oppress others. You don't find offense when it comes to the undead. It's a much safer space than somewhere like where I came from, as long as you abide by the rules. The moment you break the rules here in Veyrathis, well, you become a slave for someone else. That's fair, I think. If you're willing to enslave someone's body when they break the rules, you should be willing to accept the fate when you break the rules. I know that if I don't pay my taxes, I'll be slain and my body and skeleton sold off to someone else.
That's so real.
So, that is what I know of Veyrathis. I know that there's several bookstores here in town that sell primers for the populace to teach the young people how to follow in their parents' footsteps. A few academies, schools. There's a couple of small churches around, all mostly focused on Demarath. There is a church to Tulkor down near the docks. Generally, it's a nice place as long as you abide by the rules. Belcraxis is a fair and just ruler. Keeps everybody in line. As long as you follow the rules. And, Mr. Ivory, if you do decide to go to that place, I didn't tell you about it. And Valcraxis would not be pleased.
We would never snitch.
If you did, that's fine. My establishment is protected. You would bring down only hellfire on yourself. You don't mind. I will replace customers as quickly as I have to if I need to, but it's nice to have you here.
Been very nice to talk to you.
Pleasure. So, is there anything else I can answer for you? After all, it's getting late. Oh, in that case...
If there is, then we know where to find you.
Of course. And she's going to stand up, and she's going to put the chair under the table. I wish you good night. Enrique will see you out. The skeleton with the top hat and the tuxedo is going to come over to you guys and begin guiding you towards the exit.
All right. Go team. So we got sent back to the library, but we know what book to check out this time.
She also told you that there's a bookstore and some academies and some schools you guys could also check out.
Did anybody catch the name of the book? I'd like to write it down.
It was called The Persistence of Undead Summoning.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. And with that, that's where we're going to end for tonight. You guys will head back to the Dark Oak Tavern, and we will allow you guys to go to sleep. Cool?
Yeah.
We will allow for a retcon next week when Rem is here, if he had wanted to go to the club and engaged with Miss Boneheart. Otherwise, that's where we're going to end, and we'll come back and figure out what happens the next morning. Cool?
Awesome. Yeah, I support that.
Cool.
Delightful.
All right, guys. Well, have a wonderful rest of your night. Please stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your week as well. We'll be back on Friday morning with the Toivon Sea Dogs as they leave the tidal concordance and head off to sea in search of Ekmenos.